Hey guys, it's been another month, so we get another monthly vlog, and things that have changed since last time regarding moving is basically just that I've made progress. I've actually started like contacting complexes. There's one in particular that looks super nice, but they said they only have like one opening, and I'm not quite ready to sign on yet, so might miss out on that. But yeah, we're forming some very concrete plans. I've got a little to-do list, like let's see, I've got to, one, obviously decide on a complex that I'm going for. I need to keep condensing down my belongings, throwing away shit that I don't need, selling things if it's valuable enough to be worth the trouble. Uh, and I expect to be able to get my stuff down to the point where I only need like a couple of big suitcases to move everything in. I'd been planning on going on a train and like checking a bunch of bags there, but there are apparently some airlines where you can check on something pretty substantial for like 25 bucks a bag, so I might just fly there, which would be a lot nicer. I really don't want to spend, an entire day or more on a train, because a lot of the trips seem to like stop somewhere and then pick up the next day, which I'm really not into. Not at all interested in that. So hopefully I can work out a flying solution. That's a definite possibility. Um, so I think there's a decent chance that I can make the move within the next few months, like 3 months at least. If not making the move, then at least be like signed on to a lease, and like have a date set and have like the plan in motion just waiting to happen or whatever. I think that's a very decent possibility that we'll have it happening soon. Um, yeah, there's really not a whole lot left that I actually have to do to make it happen, aside from just finding an apartment and figuring it out. I still don't know like how exactly I'm gonna make it work. Like I've never gotten an apartment before, and so I'm doing it from like 1,200 miles away at this point. So figuring out where I want to go with remotely, and then trying to figure out how I'm gonna like show up and move in and be cool and everything. I really don't want to have to pay for a hotel room or anything while I'm there, and trying to find furniture and shit. So I'm trying to figure out a nice way to make it go as smoothly as possible. Just show up and go in and be done. Like maybe have Amazon or wherever have some place deliver a bed or something like the day I show up if it's not furnished. Things like that I've got to think about. Um, I've found some places in really nice locations, though, really convenient for someone like me who's going to be mostly walking places. I can get a bike at a decent price if not, so it's probably fine. But yeah, things are looking pretty alright. I guess in the last two videos, I've been talking about stream, like, revenue and everything, so I'll go ahead and keep talking about that, because, it affects how much I'll be able to. Right now, pre-move, we're definitely just going to keep this schedule. Things are looking good for pre-move. I'm, making more than I need for living here. But once I do move, obviously expenses go up, and I'm still unsure. I've been unsure in every video, and I keep waiting for the point where I can be like, okay, this is what's going to happen. But that's probably not. I probably can't say with certainty what's going to go down until after I've already moved. But yeah, basically what it comes down to is I need to figure out like how much time I'm going to be spending on whatever other work I do. Or also, I mean, there are definitely things I can do with the stream once I move that would help to, make more money. Maybe I could actually have a proper schedule again. One big thing is that I can't like plan any kind of event right now, because I never know when my family's gonna do something fucking stupid and awful and loud. Like when someone's gonna be fighting in the hallway outside my doorway, because it happens. And so I just can't like have some kind of event and be like, on this day at this time I'm gonna do this thing. So that's something that I'll hopefully be able to do more of, and that could definitely, help out some. I could have like viewer tournaments of some game or whatever. That's something I've wanted to do for a long time, but just haven't been able to. So yeah, there are possibilities for things that I could do to possibly make a bit more, and just like improve my streams consistency. I might work out some kind of a schedule, but we'll see. Because I mean, when I move, my priority is not going to be. I mean, it'll be a priority, but number one priority is not going to be making a living off of Twitch. Number one priority is going to just be making a living. So I mean, if I feel like Twitch is too uncertain, and I'm probably going to feel that way. I'm leaning towards saying that I'm probably not gonna go super hard on trying to make super Twitch cash. It's probably not gonna happen. And even when I do make a decent amount, it's like I've got a thing here because I watched my previous video. I try to do that. Always watch the previous vlog to make sure I pick up where I left off. And I mentioned that even if I do make a decent amount, it just feels kind of scary because it's so like inconsistent. So I've got this. This is my graph from my dashboard about my revenue for the month, and you can see it's like tiny, 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 and then there's one giant day, and it looks like that a lot. Like not usually just one day. It's usually like 2 or 3 days. But say, imagine that I had been like sick that day or something, and I didn't stream. I don't know how that would have worked out. I mean, without that one day, if you removed that one day, then I made like a little over $100 last month. And so, yeah, it just feels super, super unreliable. So I'm probably gonna want like, even if I'm making a pretty okay amount off of Twitch, I'm probably gonna try and make the majority of my income off of Twitch. Like not. When I say off, I mean not on Twitch. I'm gonna try and make most of my income somewhere else, probably, because it just doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel secure. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go for something else. So there's a very good chance that the stream times are gonna slow down a bit, but maybe not. Like if I can make a decent amount part-time doing something, then maybe we can still stream a whole bunch. I have no idea. It's really tough to say. I mean, while I'm looking for a job, I'll probably be streaming a ton, so we'll see if that has like a positive effect on things. I don't know. What I think ideally, if streaming were to be like everything, ideally I would probably go for like an 8-hour day, just like a typical work day, and then have like a social eating break in the middle, because that's my main constraint right now, is I don't like putting up a BRB screen or whatever for like 30 minutes or more, however long it takes me to cook a meal or whatever. So I just don't eat during the stream, so I don't want to go terribly long because I need to eat. So that's the big constraint right now. I think I would really like to have that schedule where I just have like a regular workday length stream with a meal break in the middle, but we'll see. It's really stupid. The reason I can't do that right now, is because my family will fucking eat everything. Yeah, that's basically what it comes down to. It's really frustrating having problems that are caused by something so stupid, It's a really stupid reason to not be able to do something, but it's a problem nonetheless. Like just because it's dumb doesn't mean it doesn't fuck everything up. So we'll see how that works. Yeah, let's see. What else could I do? I might try making a bit better use of Patreon, coming up with something interesting with that. I think just being more transparent about money is probably not a terrible idea. I'm not ever gonna start just like begging people for money on the stream, because nobody fucking wants that. That's no good. I try to come up with stuff that doesn't like make the stream worse, like sponsorships or whatever, where you've got to have some kind of logo for some brand on the stream. You make more money, but like you want to ask yourself, would you ever do this if you didn't need the money, or if it didn't make a difference or whatever? And like if the answer is definitely not ever, then it's probably making the stream worse. So I try to come up with stuff that does not, make it worse. And if not, if I can't make that work, then I'm fine with just, getting a job wherever in like a fucking grocery store or a call center or whatever. I mean, almost nobody makes a living off of Twitch. I don't really expect to. I don't think that'll happen. And I'm pretty okay with that. I was really fixated on it like, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago. It's been a good while, but there was this point where I was like, I'm gonna make this work, I have to. But I think I'm pretty okay with Twitch just being a hobby. If that's how it goes, we'll see. I mean, right now it is, like I've been saying. I feel like I'm just saying the same thing in every video, just because I haven't made that much progress. But I have made some progress. But yeah, Twitch, it's definitely still enough to be like a substantial portion of my income. I can get, I just can't say that much more. I can't give that much new because I don't have everything figured out yet. As the details become more concrete in the coming months, I can have a better idea of how things work. But yeah, like as I have all my taxes paid on this new level of income, and I what do you call it? As I look at possible job offers and see what my schedule would be like there, as I settle into the apartment and just see how everything goes there. Once I've picked an apartment, I'll actually know exactly how much my rent is going to be and other expenses and things like that. But there's a lot of things that are just fuzzy and up in the air right now, so I can't really give a whole lot of new information, unfortunately. But yeah, just wanted to let you all know that things are still going all right. And yeah, the summaration, that's a word. I'm gonna make that a word now. But yeah, in summation, in summary, basically things are still going all right. I'm actually making, concrete progress towards getting this move done, which I was really worried that I was just gonna shut down and not do it. I've wanted to do this for such a long time, and I keep finding reasons not to. So, I think having this blog, like I said in the first one, it's basically just here so that I feel accountable for actually doing something. It's not like a secret anymore, and I think it's working. I think it's good, and I'm glad to be making progress towards that. Whether it ends up meaning more streaming or not, I know you guys are pretty much only here for YouTube videos or streaming or whatever, so less of that is sad, but it's a good thing for me. For me, it's definitely good to be making this happen, whether it means less streaming or not. And maybe it won't. There's always the possibility. But yeah, I think that's all I needed to say, all I wanted to say about the last month or so. I think we're good. So, yeah, thank you all for watching and keeping up with me and all that good stuff. And I'll see you whenever, because I'll still be on Twitch for a good while. Thanks for watching.